Hey miners, what's going on? Today we're going to be looking at the L7, so let's get right into it.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We have different colored cables carefully crafted to suit your mining rig needs. Glued heat shrink is used to firmly secure the ends on sleeving and wires. We ensure our crimped pins are up to manufacturer specifications with our calibrated machinery. Our wires also have a non-looping design for not only a clean setup, but also for avoiding wire bending. Our cables are 100% made in the USA. The Veteran Miner is forward-thinking, always looking for new products to bring you. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. What are you waiting for? Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
All right, guys, so let's get into this L7. So I recently just ordered my L7. I ordered the 9050 version as I got it for a pretty reasonable price. I know that you can get the 9500 and there's a 9300. There's a few different variants of the L7, but I got the 9050 model, and I got it for actually a better price than this. So why do I think that this is a good investment? So a few different reasons. And like, let's say, why didn't I get like a Dana, like a KA3 or like a S19 XP or something like that, or whatever, right? There's all these other ASICs that you could have bought. The reason that I went with the L7 instead of like a KA3, the problem with the KA3 is guess what? It only mines Cadena. That's it. There's nothing else on there on that. So when you're getting into ASICs, it's very like limited on the coins that you're able to actually mine. By getting a Cadena miner, you're already going to be cutting your foot off a little bit, in my opinion, because there's no other coins that can be mined on that algorithm besides Cadena. So I think that's a very high risk, as well as when you look at the ASIC miner values of, of like what their profitability will be and stuff like that. Usually it's really high before it actually launches. And guess what? Usually after it launches, it gets cut in like half or maybe even more. When these things get launched, everybody's going to get them. Hash rate's going to go up, and profitability is going to go down. It happens all the time. So that's why I didn't want to go with the Cadena, the new Cadena miner. Plus, I felt like that was going to be pretty expensive coming out. I'm assuming it'd probably be over 15 grand, and that was just kind of out of my ballpark. I do wish I would have got into the L7 when they first came out, but seeing it's one thing to pay, like we'll say like this, the price on this was like $9,500. It's under 10 grand, right? It's so much more money like to eat, like to think about if it's like 15 or $20,000, right, for an ASIC. So it's just like, it's a lot more to think about and consider. So I waited for this particular time in the bear market to actually pick up an ASIC because I knew that as the market went down, that ASIC prices will go down as well. So this is the time to acquire purchases like this. I know it doesn't make sense because the market conditions aren't great, but if you want to buy this equipment, this is the time, because this is the thing with ASICs is their prices change daily. So when it's say the market does turn green, guess what? All of these miners are going to jump up in value significantly. They're going to go from like $9,500 to like $12,000 to $15,000 for the same machine that you could have bought 6 months ago for 9 grand, right? So it's a calculated risk you have to take. So I'm taking it. Now let's talk about why I didn't go with a different S19 model. I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong here, because I'm not going to say I'm a real big ASIC guy and I know the ASIC game real well, but to me it seems like the home miners for ASICs, we're going to get phased out. It's going to be The hash rate, I think, is going to jump up exponentially by the time the next bull run hits because of Intel getting into the game. If their ASICs are any good, then hash rate's going to be going up significantly because guess what? Intel's in the U.S. market, so that is humongous, and that's going to be a huge competitor to Bitmain. So, and then obviously, I feel like the Bitmain will be releasing a new S21 or whatever the hell you want to call it, right? Bitcoin ASIC. So I feel like I'm not going to say that the S19s won't make money, but they're already kind of negative in the market right now, depending upon your power. I feel like if you're not under like 7 or 8 cents, running an S19 right now isn't even worth it, right? You're running it at a negative loss. So as well as it doesn't make sense from a yield standpoint, right? Because the yield on it is not very good either. So yields are bad, profitability is bad. So the yields are bad and the profitabilities are bad on Bitcoin. And that's why I kind of stayed away from it. Now the L7, it does very well as far as producing Doge. And believe it or not, I've been learning a little bit about Doge from some other people in the community. I always just a meme coin to me, so I didn't think it was ever going to be anything. Doge is actually a pretty secure network, and it has really fast transactions. So I didn't really ever notice that. I thought it was just a meme coin. So it does have a place, I guess, in our crypto sphere. And Litecoin is, man, I think everybody says this. Litecoin's kind of like a sleeping giant. It's tried and true. It's been around forever. It has really low fees, so it costs almost nothing to actually move it around, which is why a lot of people, when they're converting crypto, they'll actually convert out to Litecoin because of how low the fees are. So I think, as well as another great thing about the L7 is that it's script. So there is lots of different coins on the script algorithm. At any point in time, let's say 5 or 6 years down the road, this thing is just not able to make, any kind of profit. You could try and mine some other script coins. I've seen script coins come out recently in the mining pool. I've seen script coins recently in the mining pool stats. So I do know that some script coins do come out. So that's another thing that you could consider was when you get into an L7, that coins are still coming out on the script algorithm. So you don't just have to mine Litecoin and Doge, but that's just what's most profitable, and that what makes you the most money. It's the most well-known coin of the L7, so it makes the most sense. I will be doing some content on doing an L7 and doing some unmineable for some Flux. I want to see firsthand how much Flux we will actually make. I know there's like a calculator and stuff like that, and it kind of told me roughly what I should do, but I want to see firsthand. It says I should get about 1,500 Flux a month. So that's just insane, right? That's like I could make a Cumulus node every month. After like 9 months, I could have enough for like a Nimbus node, which would be amazing. But I don't know how I want to play this yet. I do want Litecoin and Dogecoin for when the market comes back, as well as I always want more Flux. I never have enough. So I'm not sure about my particular strategy I want to go with. Maybe 1 month I mine unmineable. Maybe one month I mine to the Litecoin and Dogecoin, and then I just keep alternating back and forth, and then I just kind of get both. Right? I'm not sure which one I want to do or play with yet. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. What's your thoughts on that? Should I mine Flux with it, or should I just mine Litecoin and Doge? I'm kind of leaning on the Litecoin and Doge. I already have a lot of Flux, and I kind of want to build other, build other bags here, get more other coins besides Flux for when that bull run happens. So that's just me though. Everybody's strategies are different. Maybe I do need to mine Flux and just keep going on the Flux thing. But I think now, interestingly enough, I'm just getting this ASIC, and Octo Miner just released, or they just showcased their new Octo tank that's coming out in hopefully January, I believe it is. So I think that's going to be great. I'm definitely consider getting one of these things to do immersion on it. As well as I don't know if there's firmware. I know there is for the S19s, but I don't know if you can do custom firmware for the L7s and do like the undervolting and overclocking, because that would be really cool. Because if you could undervolt this, let's say like 2800 watts, and it gets the same amount of hash rate at the stock hash rate, but lower wattage, but in immersion, and then you also drop the wattage from not having fans, that would be amazing, right? You would pick up a lot of efficiency right there. So I don't know if there is. I have to do research. As I said, I'm just learning about it, the ASIC game and the L7. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think what do you guys think? Should it be unmineable, or should it be should I just mine LTC and Doge? Let me know down below. So this is going to conclude today's video. It's kind of a talking head video. I was just kind of going over the L7 and kind of like my future plans with it a little bit. Hopefully, I might be doing some immersion stuff with it too coming up. Let me know down below what you guys think about that. All right, guys, this is the Money King giving you the most ashes, and I'll see you next time.